Alright guys, welcome back to another Minecraft video, and today we're going to be doing an update on anti-hybrid defenses and how to break through them basically, and actually an update of a newer version of an anti-hybrid defense that will make it just a little bit harder to actually break through the defense. So, as you know, I just did a video on a fusion cannon, which basically is a cannon that shoots sand and TNT in the same block, and it allows you to break through these cuts. These aren't regen cuts, they're just called cuts, and it's a form of an anti-hybrid defense that is really strong, and not very many people actually know how to break through this defense. And the only way you can really break through it, especially if there's multiple layers of this 45-degree angle wall, you have to have a fusion cannon. And yeah, you really have to. There's really no other way. So let's stack some sand. So I need to stack 3 more sand, and then we can add the TNT. I'm sorry, getting. Let me change my view distance just a little bit. There we go, that should do it. So that's 1 sand. Now let's add another sand. Let's do 2 more, and then we'll be ready to add the TNT. Bam. And let's do 1 more and go check it. There we go, finally updated. Alright, so now the TNT and sand will land in that block, and it will do a pretty big amount of damage. I'm just going to add 1 TNT. Alright. Since there's not water, there's really no point in doing this, but I'm just kind of showing you the process of stacking sand and then yeah, shooting it. So bam, definitely broke through that. So now, actually, let's see where this is lined up. Let's take the TNT out of the cannon, and I think you would have to actually stack a ton of sand and repeat this process. So if this was actually way up in the air and you were wanting to stack at this Y level, oh, okay, never mind. It blew up right there. So now we just add the the sand landed right there. So now we just add TNT, and it will land right there, and it'll break this defense like nothing. Bam. There we go. So we broke through that defense. Now, you could probably, I would scatter this to make it a little bit bigger if this was an actual raid. But so the next evolution of anti-hybrid defenses came with these horizontal, basically pillars, and these are almost the same basic thing. It makes you have to use a fusion cannon. So my idea is combining this with the anti-hybrid, and I did a video on that, and that would be extremely OP defense, and you would have to have a fusion cannon. So the next level of defense is basically adding another layer. It's so simple but yet so effective. So I would just add, different levels. So actually now you have to break this defense also. So you have to break the cut defense. So you'd have to stack sand, and then you break that defense. If there's multiple layers, that would be a little bit hard. Then you have to shoot a fusion cannon through this, and then you would have to stack sand up to here. So my idea is just kind of staggering this defense so it's a lot better. It performs a lot better. And the trick is, I'm going to show you the trick, is to add a ton of slabs. So how you would do this, I would only do this defense if you were at like the extreme hill biomes. So I'm just going to quickly show you how it works. So you would start at basically ground level, and then all you have to do is say you had a pick. It worked best if you had ice, so it breaks, and then you dig down and then go on the other side, and then go like that. Dig down, place uh, ice, dig down, repeat the process, and what this allows is basically that same idea right there is staggering the defense. So if they were cannoning, say from this side, the TNT was flying this way, you'd have to break these and it would get all messy, so you'd have to have a fusion cannon to really break this, especially, if it was staggered and stuff. So the sand, I know this gets a little confusing, but as the TNT and sand fly through this crack, you'd have to stack sand all the way up to, where was it, right here. So the TNT and sand would land like that, and the water of course would flow, so you have to have a hybrid. So so my idea is basically it gets a little confusing, I admit. So you break this, you keep on doing the defense, and the trick is just to add multiple layers of slabs. And that's really the trick of making good defenses. So you add slabs, so now you actually have to just break these slabs. So once you break that, you'd actually have to break that, and if there was multiple slabs, you'd have to keep on remaking your cannon multiple times, which is a huge headache. So that's kind of my idea. And if you staggered this twice, it would even be even more effective. It would be extremely time consuming to do this raid for this defense. So that's kind of where I'm at on the defense.